watching News 3 Now at 6. Moving forward.
As the weather warms up, many of you might be thinking about getting out on the water for the first time this year. One local group is developing a new method to keep Madison's lakes clean and usable. As our Shane Hogan explains, their solution could help cut back on the use of salt.
It's hard to think about harsh winter storms impacting your commute when it looks like this outside. But it's not so hard to remember sights like these just weeks ago. Several inches of snow and below freezing temps are a norm for us here in Wisconsin, leaving us to deal with slick surfaces like roads and sidewalks. But now, people in our own backyard are creating solutions.
I think the technology's out there. Let's take a look at it.
Robert Ramos is the Facility Operations Specialist at the USDA Forest Products Laboratory in Madison. He and his team have developed a brine by taking salt from their lab's water softeners and turned it into a solution, literally and figuratively. Can you just kind of break it down how this system works?
When the softener goes through its regeneration and the sensor senses that there's salt in the water, this three-way valve will take the water from going down the drain and divert it into a storage tank. We'll use it for pre-treatment.
The idea was born from one of Robert's staffers, who found the idea in a seminar. There, he saw an apartment manager doing the exact same thing on a much smaller level for his own property.
And I brought it back to Bob because I knew we had the softeners. I said, why can't, can we do this?
Well, yeah.
So Bob took it, ran with it, made it even better.
Here's how it works. There are 3 stages of snow removal.
So think of it as like when you're frying an egg. The pre-treatment is you spray your pan with Pam or whatever, some cooking oil. The mechanical is taking the spatula and taking the egg out of the pan, and the post is washing the pan.
The goal of all of this is to cut down on the use of rock salt, the stuff you throw down on your driveways and sidewalks. That helps minimize the impact on the environment, including Madison's lakes.
Once salt's there, it's very hard to get rid of.
As a lifelong Madisonian, Ramos feels the time is now to make a difference.
We want to protect the lakes, definitely the drinking water. I have children. I hope in sometime to have grandchildren. We have to do what we need to do to try to preserve our groundwater and our lakes.
You might be wondering if this brine will make its way to your neighborhood. Well, right now it's only being used on a small scale, but the lab hopes this plays a part in less salt and safer surfaces in the future.
I think it's going to continue to get better as we gain knowledge, as we continue to use brine.
Moving forward in Madison, Shane Hogan, News 3 Now.
The USDA Forest Products Laboratory says it's starting to spread the use of the brine. They've given some of it to staff at the Coal Center to use on their grounds.